Every seasoned gambler knows there's no such thing as a foolproof strategy in roulette. The casino, with its dazzling lights, free-flowing drinks, and sharply dressed dealers flashing you smiles, is at its core a meticulously designed mathematical trap. Every roulette wheel, every dealer, is backed by the cold, hard logic of probability theory, an unrelenting harvesting machine. So, anyone boasting about sure wins or guaranteed victories is either a con artist or a fool who hasn't yet lost everything. Casinos aren't charities. The house always holds a mathematical edge. That tiny percentage, like an invisible pump, will slowly drain your pockets dry if you play long enough. But those of us who've been in the game for years, we're not pushovers. We've lost, we've won. We've seen the euphoria of overnight riches and the despair of instant ruin. What we've learned isn't how to beat the odds. That's God's domain, but how to coexist with them, even find our own path through the waves they create. All we can do is find a way to tilt the odds slightly in our favor, lose less when luck turns, and walk away with a profit, still smiling. This guide shares one such strategy. Not a dragon-slaying sword that sweeps the casino floor, but a shield, a dagger, something to help you last a few more spins. Don't expect it to make you rich overnight. That kind of thinking is a gambler's worst demon. But it can make you like a seasoned boxer, knowing when to guard, when to strike, staying calm under the casino's lights, avoiding the humiliation of going bust. This strategy requires a starting bankroll of $1,500, a steep entry point that feels like emptying your wallet. Many balk at this number, thinking it's too risky. But understand this. In a casino, your bankroll is your ammunition, your army. Too little, and you're wiped out in one charge, with no room to maneuver. The $1,500 gives you a buffer to weather streaks of bad luck without collapsing. Don't panic, though. Casinos thrive on hot heads and rigid plans. This number isn't set in stone. You can scale it down to $5 or even $1, especially on video roulette machines where volatility is lower and risks are tighter. Got $150? Shrink everything by a factor of 10, start betting $1, and aim for $15 in profit. The core idea stays the same. Use enough capital to ride out short-term swings in probability. Our goal is a 10% profit, $150. Sounds modest, right? In a game full of temptations and sky-high payouts, chasing just 10% feels overly cautious. But in roulette, slow and steady is the way to go. The fastest way to lose everything is to be the hotshot chasing a comeback or a single game-changing bet. Their mindset loses the moment they sit at the table. They're here for thrills. We're here to work. The strategy's core is follow the winner. Sounds like a no-brainer. Who doesn't want to follow the winner? But it's built on a disciplined betting system. Simple to hear, tough to execute, requiring patience and restraint, like a tug-of-war with the house to see who blinks first. Start with a $10 bet on a color, say red. If the last spin landed red, we stick with red. Win, and the next bet jumps to $20, still on red, riding the wave of momentum. Lose, switch to black, and increase the bet by $20. So if you lost $20, the next bet is $40 on black. The rule is clear. Win, add $10. Lose, add $20. Meanwhile, we break the big goal, $150, into 3 smaller ones, $50 each. Hit a $50 milestone and reset your bet to the initial $10. The key here is that this isn't the reckless martingale strategy, doubling down blindly after losses. That's a one-way ticket to bankruptcy. Our approach is more like a cunning veteran gambler, methodical, balancing offense and defense, aiming for steady gains. The beauty of this strategy is its control over volatility and its ability to keep you sharp. The casino's deadliest weapon is the roller coaster of wild swings that wreck your judgment, tying your emotions to the rise and fall of your chips. Our strategy has a critical feature. When you're close to a milestone, you deliberately lower your bet. Say you bet $30 on black and win, leaving you $20 shy of the next $50 goal. The win, add $10 rule would have you bet $40 next. But no, you drop to $20, exactly what's needed to hit the target. It's like a seasoned climber slowing down near the summit, moving carefully to avoid a fall. Don't let a losing streak wipe out your funds, especially after you've built some profit. Say you're up $100, then lose $70, leaving just $30 in profit. It's easy to spiral, feeling like your progress was for nothing. The strategy steps in. Reset the next small goal to $50, start over, and claw your way back methodically. Don't let your bets run wild like an untamed horse. That's the wisdom of a veteran gambler, knowing when to push, when to hold, when to walk away, and when to grit your teeth for one more go. Let's take it to a virtual table for a real run-through. Picture yourself at the MGM Grand in Vegas, the air thick with perfume, cigars, and the scent of money. Your starting bankroll is $1,500, aiming for $1,650. First, we set a $50 mini goal, targeting $1,550. The dealer spins, landing on 27 red. Your first bet, $10 on red. The wheel spins, elegant and merciless, the ivory ball dancing across the slots with crisp clicks, each one tugging at a gambler's heart. It lands on 23 red. Win. Your bankroll hits $1,510. Solid start. Per the rules, add $10, so $20 on red. The wheel spins again, landing on 8 black. Loss. No sweat, it's expected. Switch to black, up the bet by $20 to $40. The ball dances, landing on 4 black. Win. You pocket $40, bringing your bankroll to $1,550. 1,510 minus 20 plus 40 is equal to 1,550. First $50 goal achieved. Normally, you'd bet $50, $40 plus $10. But since you were $20 from the goal, you'd have dropped to $20 to play it safe. This move is critical. It minimizes unnecessary risk. Onward. After hitting the first goal, reset to $10. Next target, $1,600. Last spin was 4 black, so bet $10 on black. It lands on 3 red. Loss. Switch to red, up the bet by $20 to $30. It hits 21 red. Win. You're back to $1,550. No gain, but you've held your ground. Stick with red, add $10, bet $20. Lands on 23 red. Win again. Bankroll at $1,570. Next, $30 on red. It hits 11 black. Loss. Switch to black, up by $20 to $50, $30 plus 20. Another loss. Red. Stay calm, it's part of the game. Back to red, up by $20 to $70. Your heart might race, but trust the system. It lands on 5 red. Win. You gain $70. Bankroll at $1,560. 1,570 minus 30 minus 50 plus 70 is equal to 1,560. Now $40 shy of $1,600. You bet exactly $40 on red. The wheel spins. 3 red. Win. Bankroll hits $1,600. Second goal down. Reset again, aiming for $1,650. Final $50 push. Bet $10 on red. Lands on 10 black. Loss. Switch to black. Bet $30. Hits 11 black. Win. Bankroll at $1,620. 1,600 minus 10 plus 30 is equal to 1,620. You're $30 from $1,650, so keep the bet at $30 on black. The wheel spins, all eyes on the ball. It lands on 31 black. Win. Your chips hit $1,650. Goal achieved. Cash out immediately, walk away, no lingering. The whole process might take 15 minutes or an hour, but you've turned $1,500 into $1,650, a clean $150 profit. It feels like a seasoned gambler, puffing a cigar, eyes narrowed, sliding chips toward their chest with every calculated move. Is this strategy foolproof? Honestly, losing is inevitable. No gambling method is lossless. You might hit an extreme streak, like 7 or 10 spins against your color. Your bets will climb fast, testing your bankroll and nerves. That's why we need the $1,500 arsenal to survive these rare black swan moments. Roulette is a probability game. The house's edge, like a patient hunter, grinds down your wallet. But this strategy is resilient because it teaches you when to cut losses and lock in gains. It reins in bets near goals to manage risk and breaks the big target into smaller, morale-boosting steps. The casino's worst enemy is the gambler who loses their cool, hijacked by emotion, ready to bet their life savings to recover. This strategy forces you to stay calm, think like a pro, and not let your impulses take the wheel. Let's break down the logic further. In roulette, betting on red or black has an 18/38 chance. American wheels have 0 and 0, 0. About 47.37%, close to 50%, but never quite there. That 2.63% gap is the casino's profit. Long term, the house wins. But follow the winner leverages short-term trends and swings. Luck in gambling is like the tide, ebbing and flowing. While each spin is mathematically independent, gamblers' experience shows short-term streaks of red or black. You can't always catch the high tide, but you can grab more when it's up and lose less when it's down. The progressive betting, $10 more on a win, $20 on a loss, tries to ride these waves. Winning bets follow the trend. Losing bets switch sides with a bigger bump to recover losses faster. The critical bet reduction rule protects your bankroll, ensuring you don't crash too hard on a bad wave. Casinos are full of stories. I once saw a sharply dressed man at Macau's Wynn Palace, quietly playing with a similar strategy, unfazed by the chaos around him. His chips rose and fell like the tide, but his expression barely changed. 2 hours later, he cashed out with about 20% more than he started, nodded politely to the dealer, and left without hesitation. On the flip side, I've seen countless others who couldn't walk away after a win, chasing more, only to lose their profits and their stake. The difference? Discipline. Casinos amplify your greed, fear, hope, and despair. Lose control, and they swallow you whole. This strategy isn't just a betting system. It's a mindset, a code to keep you grounded in a seductive environment. Now the risks. Every strategy has them, especially in roulette. American wheels with 0 and 0-0 give the house a 5.26% edge. Every $100 bet loses $5.26 on average. European wheels with a single 0 cut that to 2.7%, far friendlier. Always choose European roulette if you can. This strategy doesn't fight the math head-on. It sneaks through cracks in probabilities randomness, grabbing a quick win and getting out. The risk lies in extreme losing streaks, where escalating bets could hit the table's limit or drain your bankroll. It's rare, but be ready to cut your losses and walk away, not throw your last dollar into the fire. Let's talk about the casino, your opponent. Every detail, the carpet patterns, the ceiling height, is engineered by psychologists to make you forget time, lose reason, and leave your money behind. No windows, no clocks. They don't want you knowing if it's day or night or how long you've played. The music, the slot machine jingles, they're dopamine triggers, pushing you to impulsive bets. Free drinks, not hospitality. Alcohol dulls your judgment, making risky moves feel smart. Our strategy counters this psychological warfare with clear goals, $150, and a finish line. Hit it, and you leave, no matter how electric the vibe or how lucky you feel. It's not just about saving your profits. It's about shielding your mind from the casino's traps. One more thing, the green 0 and 0-0 in American roulette. That little slot is the house's edge. When the ball lands there, all red/black, odd/even, or high/low bets get swept away. In our strategy, a 0 is treated as a standard loss. Bet $40 on red, get a 0? You lose $40. Next, switch to black, bet $60, $40 plus $20. Nothing special, just a reminder the house is always waiting for your misstep. This is why finding a single 0 European wheel is your top priority. It halves the house's edge, stretching your bankroll and boosting your strategy's odds. Don't underestimate that 2.5% difference. In a casino, every tiny edge matters. In the end, gambling is about the thrill, but it's won with your head. Roulette's allure is its uncertainty, the heart-pounding unknown as the ball spins. Every spin is a fresh start, unpredictable. This strategy gives you an anchor, a framework, a pair of rational glasses to see through the madness. Start with $1,500, leave with $1,650, a $150 profit, enough for a nice dinner or a good bottle of wine to toast a small victory. Winning in a casino isn't hard. Walking away with the money is. This strategy is your sidekick, not guaranteeing every win but boosting your odds and, more importantly, teaching you the casino's greatest lesson, discipline and self-control. Its true goal isn't just the 10% profit. It's about beating the reckless, greedy gambler inside you. When you can stick to the plan, stay calm through wins and losses, and walk away with a profit, you've truly beaten the casino. Give it a try. It might just become your trusty partner at the table, helping you navigate this glitzy, brutal world a little further.